What's up, everybody? It's Friday, gonna go have it my way. I forget how the fuck the song goes with that. Well, I don't know what her name is, Tori something, that did the Friday song that everyone hated. I tried to do a little remix on it, even though I said the exact same words. It's just a cover song. Friday. Who cares, though? But all right, hey, hopefully everyone's enjoying their Friday morning or afternoon, whatever time you're watching this shit. And for those who don't know, this is the daily opinion, not fact checking fact checks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm still working on the whole fact check portion of it because I got it on my cover page and I know I don't be checking no fucking facts. So I'm probably wrong as fuck on a lot of things. But tis what it is. All right, let's hit it. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Let's see. Let's get into it. Oh, shit. I saw something very interesting that I was like, I don't even see how this is illegal. And it's about to pop up. Okay. Yeah, so this is a little bit weird. Woman reveals that her father reportedly committed suicide because she married a black man. Now, this has two different sides to it. There's a sad side of like, man, someone killed themselves. It's sad. But then also it's like, because he's racist, he killed himself. But, and we don't know if he had any, extra, let's say, mental disorder. We don't know. This could have been his last, hurrah. Like, he could have been mentally insufficient, and then the black man was the one that broke the camel's back. The black man broke the camel's back, you know what I'm saying? And he took his own life. But still, it's weird it's a weird case because again, someone died, someone's father died, someone's family member died, but also he was a racist. So that's like a Nazi killing himself, and it's like, yeah, we don't really feel super bad for it. I don't really feel that bad for it. But I mean, and that's the thing. If it's not because it was a black guy, maybe it was because his daughter was leaving him or something. Like, the daughter could have always been at his house and then he couldn't imagine her leaving and it had nothing to do with him being black. I'm just saying everything else that would actually be sad. But if it was literally because the man was black that she was marrying and he died, I don't feel bad about that shit. That's one less racist, one less Nazi, one less child molester. I'm not saying that he's a Nazi or a child molester, but I'm saying if they were to kill themselves, it's less like, okay, you're making the world a little bit better. Like if a serial killer killed himself, sorry, bro, like I don't have any remorse for that shit. Okay, you had some problems. You're bi. Sorry, bro. But yeah, hopefully the black dude doesn't like feel bad about it because he could have met the dad and the dad could have been faking the funk and shit, pretending like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a son, and then turns out he talked behind his back like this fucking nigga. He's not taking my daughter away from me, type of shit. But let's see, yeah, I tried to open it up pretty much. Yeah, woman revealed that her father allegedly committed suicide after she married a black man. Yeah, I can't feel bad about it. Sorry, bro. Stop being racist, my nigga. You might live a little bit longer. But honestly, I don't think anyone's killing themselves over that unless they're just superly duperly racist. Which, if that was the case, I think he would have maybe instilled that within his daughter. But I think there was extra things going on in his life that caused him to kill himself. But who knows? I don't know the nigga. So hopefully RIP to fucking dead racist dad there. Let's see. Next one. Microsoft said to provide workers with unlimited time off. See, this unlimited time off thing is a trap. Okay, it's a definite trap. I've heard people talk about this before where they're like, yeah, I'm given unlimited time off with my job, blah, blah, blah. But if I take more than the regular amount of time off that most other people are taking, then I'm going to be hit for it in my review session. So let's say your boss takes you in for the review thing at the end of the year. And then he's like, yeah, I see you took 31 days off this year. The usual is 14. So I'm going to give you, instead of, maybe a 5, which is the highest, like an outstanding grade, I'll give you a 3 because you took a bit more time off than you should have taken. So then that's going to bite into any sort of promotions or bonuses that you would get because you took exorbitant amount of time off according to your boss, even though it's unlimited. So, I mean, it's nice because let's say you get hurt or something and you genuinely do need those days off. You can use them over the amount of time that you need, you know what I mean? Over the amount of time that you would normally get. So let's say that you usually get 15 days off. That's about 3 weeks of work because you usually only work 5 days out the week. So 15 days is 3 weeks that you can have off in the entire year, right? So let's say you take off 20 days. And I don't think they're going to hit you for 20 because they're going to be like, okay, he took a little bit extra time off, but if you did good and everything else, I don't think they're going to have a problem. But if they say you took 30 days off, which is effectively 6 weeks out the year, then they're going to be like, okay, which is damn near almost, it's a little bit over 10% of the year. So, and that's including, vacations and shit, or not vacations, but holidays and everything like that. So that shit can still bite you in the back because people think that unlimited time off means like you can just do it. Like you can do it, but then it's still going to hurt you on the back end and it's going to hurt you progressing through your career. At least that's what I've heard. Maybe Microsoft might do it a different sort of way, but I've heard that from like DC think tank folks where they're like, yeah, I had unlimited time off, but people were scared to use it because no one else was using their time off. So even if they say you have unlimited, if you were to take like maybe 10 days off, they're gonna look at everyone else and be like, they only took days off when they were sick. You went on vacation. That's like you're not showing that you're in it to win it type of type of thing. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. If you're like a manager and you give everyone a limited time off and then you have like 90% of your people don't take it, you're gonna be like, yeah, these motherfuckers are really with the shits. And then maybe the 5% of the 10% that did take time off, only 5% only took it off when they were like extremely sick or something like that. And then other people took it off for vacation. That bottom 5%, they're gonna be like, yeah, we're not gonna, unless they do really good work, they're probably gonna look at them and say like, yeah, we're not gonna upgrade this person, promote this person, or have him in the running for promotion because of the fact. So I think that's like a double-sided sword. It's nice to have, but if you use it, then you kind of look bad. But that's just my opinion. Could be totally wrong. Maybe everyone's using that shit. That'd be kind of lit if people just using like 60 days off a year and shit like that. But I don't think Microsoft is really with the shits. Like it didn't become $1 billion corporation off of people taking off a bunch of ridiculous vacation time. Let's see. But yeah, this one hurts my soul right here. It says Rick and Morty co-founder Justin Roiland charged with felony domestic violence, co-creator. Justin Roiland and Jeff, I forgot what the other guy's name was, but yeah, man, this shit hurt my soul because I'm like, man, why does whenever someone gets rich, they got to start beating up on somebody or raping people? It's just, or like drugging people or shooting people. I'm like, bro, can rich people just like kind of chill? And maybe it's just because they're in the spotlight is why it seems so much more prevalent, but I don't know. It says Justin Roiland has been charged with a felony domestic violence for allegations dating back to 2020 from a woman he was dating. Roiland was initially arrested in 2020 for the incident, but released on a $50,000 bond prior to being arraigned that later that year. Trial date has not been set at this time, but we'll be back in court April for another pre-hearing trial. Yeah, and Rick and Morty is definitely like a top 3 show for me. I'd say like maybe The Boys, Rick and Morty, and I really don't have anything else. Those are the main things that those are only shows that I will watch every week when it comes out. I'll get I'll make a steak or something like that, sit down and then just watch the show and just kind of kick it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit hurt my soul. I really would that's why they say don't meet your heroes. Because you really would just like the person to be super nice and super awesome. And then it's just like, yeah, like this person that makes something that I like is also a nice person that just makes me like him even more. But if he's beating up on people for, I don't know what the reasoning is. Like, I don't know anything about the trial. And maybe he gets off for it. It's just, court of public opinion at this point because it hasn't actually gone through the trials. But yeah, shit kind of sucks a little bit. I wish this nigga would just be, and I think he does the voice for Rick and Morty too. So, very talented individual. So kind of tough. All right, this next story, I'm not the biggest fan of police, but honestly, this one, I'm like, I don't see how anyone's even getting in trouble for this. Okay. And there's multiple stories of this shit. Mary cop fired after steamy romps with 6 fellow police officers has been uncovered. So
tonight, 5 Laverne police officers were fired and 3 were recently suspended after an investigation found one officer was in intimate relationships with several other officers. According to the human resources director for the city, the mayor got an anonymous tip that a female officer was engaging in sexual relations with at least 3 other male officers. Tonight, 5 Laverne.
Yeah, so pretty much she was fucking a bunch of other people while she was married. And I'm like, people fuck each other in the workplace all the time. It is unprofessional, but I don't think it's enough to be fired over. Let's see.
An anonymous tip that a female officer was engaging in sexual
I try to get
relations
as
with
close
at
to the thing
least
as
3
possible.
other male officers. She also reportedly sent nude photographs and explicit videos to multiple co-workers. The HR director recommended the firings and suspensions, and the mayor signed off on that decision. Tonight, 5...
Dang, that's messed up. Like, she was just being the office freak. I'm not mad at that. I'm really not mad at that. If it was a guy or a girl, like, this isn't a sexist thing. I'm just like, if you want to fuck a bunch of people, who cares? Like, I mean, you're married and, like, fucking around on your husband or spouse isn't, like, cool, but it's also not illegal to do. It's kind of weird. So they're really going to fire 4 officers over fucking each other, not doing nothing bad, or just fucking each other. But niggas will literally, like, beat a, child to death in the middle of the street, and they'll be like, let's look into it. It's like, that's weird as fuck. Like, I don't understand what the police shit is, like, what their mindset is. You know what I mean? It's like violence is super okay and murder is super okay. But when it comes down to sexual stuff, then it's like, okay, this is where it gets fishy. We got to get them out of here, boys. Like, I don't know. Is fraternizing a thing? Let me see what fucking fraternizing is, because I think that's an army term. Fraternizing. Associated or form a friendship with someone, especially one is not supposed to. When one is not supposed to. Yeah, I don't know. Fraternizing illegal. No. Oh, hold on now. When is fraternization an offense? Under Article 134 of UCMJ, fraternization becomes a criminal offense when it compromises the chain of command, resulting in the appearance of partially or otherwise undermining good order, discipline, authority, or morale. So yeah, if she was doing it with coworkers, it may have not been like fucked up, but she must have been trying to fuck her boss or something like that. Which again, people, please stop trying to fuck your coworkers. Like, unless you're working at like a contract role where you're gonna leave after 6 months, stop fucking your coworkers, bro. It's really not worth it. And please don't fuck your boss. Like, stop trying to fuck your boss and stop fucking your coworkers. Like, and ladies, please, if I understand that, you might have a boss and he might be feeling you and you might be feeling him, and you can think like, hey, if I go through with this, I might get better treatment in the long term. That's right, you might be, but God forbid anything happens where, you find someone that you like and you're fucking him, and then, maybe either one or two things are going to happen. Your boss is going to figure out that you're dating somebody and be like, okay, well, we can continue fucking. And then you're like, cool, so now you're cheating on your boyfriend that you now like. I don't know. It's just an awkward situation, bro. Don't fuck people that you work with. There's like billions of people on the planet, and millions of people probably within 30 minutes ride of you. Stop fucking people you work with, folks. Please do. But yeah, I don't really see the problem in this. I don't know why they're getting, I guess the fraternization thing. But hey, is what it is. Okay. And if you're just now listening to the podcast, I'm a very big gun proponent guy. So I'm not a gun proponent. I don't think anyone should have guns. But if they let anyone have guns, then yeah, I'm going to get a gun. Like, you must be crazy. So I do have guns and everything like that. I carry mine around, concealed carry, because I'm in one of the states that is legal to conceal carry without a license. But here, we got some new laws coming in place. So assault rifle guns are banned. Switches are also banned. Switches are little blocks that go on the back of your Glock that turn from a semi-automatic, as in you pull the trigger once and one bullet comes out, and every time you pull the trigger, that's when a bullet comes out, to automatic, where when you hold the trigger down, it just keeps shooting, doesn't stop until there's no more bullets left or it jams up. That's what a switch is. So switches are banned. In Illinois, long guns have been limited to 10 round magazines, no more than 15 for handguns, which I think is a little bit high, because it's kind of stupid that an assault rifle can have 10 and a handgun can have up to 15. But I guess they're thinking that, I don't know, because honestly, like, handguns are more concealable too. So it's like you're gonna show, I don't know. Police officers who refuse to enforce a new law will be fired. So yeah, because that's the thing. I feel like some police officer would be like, okay, we can't do anything because, or, would be scared to, like, if there's a group of kids out there that they really be about that shit, because this is Illinois, so this is Chicago, this is Chirac, where niggas really be shooting each other and shit over, like, it seems like nothing. And they called it Chiraq because during the Iraqi war, there were not percentages, there were numbers put up between like, every week how many people die in Chicago and how many people would die in the Iraqi war. And there were multiple weeks where like Chicago had more murders or more shootings or, more homicides than U.S. citizens or U.S. Soldiers were dying in Iraq. So they were saying gun control advocates were boosted on Wednesday following the Illinois lawmakers' decision to ban military-style weapons in the state, as well as the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to allow New York to continue enforcing a new gun law that bans guns from sensitive places. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker signed the Protect Illinois Communities Act, which places an immediate ban on assault weapons, high-capacity magazines, and switches on Tuesday evening. Whatever, I don't need to read all this shit. Yeah, I'm realizing also people don't want me to just hear me read shit. I don't know this because it's only been like 3 people that listened to my last episode, but it's what it is. The mass shooting comes 6 months after the ban comes 6 months after the mass shooting at 4th of July parade in Highland Park, Illinois, which left 7 people dead and over 30 injured. The suspect was able to legally purchase multiple guns, including the murder weapon, despite being previously known to the police due to prior threatening behavior. Yeah. And that's the only thing, too, is because, like, you can be, like, outwardly crazy, but until you're charged with a felony, you can have a gun. So you can... I wonder if it's a felony to just be in public waving a gun around, like brandishing a weapon. That's still, like, just a misdemeanor, I feel like. So even if you brandish a weapon and rob someone, maybe that's armed robbery. Maybe that's a felony. Let me see. Let's see if armed robbery is a felony. Because if you can do an armed robbery and still have guns around, is armed robbery a felony? In Georgia, yep, armed robbery is considered a violent felony offense and comes with a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 20 years. Okay, so yeah. Damn, that's so crazy. 10, well, not crazy. I mean, it's definitely justified. If you go and rob somebody with a gun, yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, 10 to 20 years, like something that could take literally, let's say 20 seconds, run up on somebody, give me your shit, and then you show that, have the gun already out, run up to them, give me your shit, run their pockets, they pull out their water, whatever, grab it and just run away. That 20 seconds will cost you 10 to 20 years in prison. And they're probably going to get you on even more shit, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what, I'm not a fucking lawyer, nigga, but yeah, you could probably get done up for something else too. But hey, that's what it is. I mean, hey, I'm not mad at, and for those who's thinking about it, I'm not mad at the 10 to 20. That makes sense to me. Yeah. I'm just saying it's crazy that, 20 seconds can dictate the rest of your life, because if you're 20 years old and not 20, if you're like 25 years old, you do an armed robbery and then they give you the full time, 20 years, you fucking 45, you missed your entire life at that point. The majority of your, good years. So, got to be safe or smart out here, folks. Let's see. And then we got a last little police officer thing here too. It says police officer running for Houston mayor was charged with domestic abuse. So a Missouri City police officer just became ineligible to run for the Houston mayor after she was charged with domestic assault, family violence. Robin Williams, funny ass name. It's a black woman, not a white, funny guy that killed himself. R.I.P. Robin Williams, very funny comedian and actor. Kind of sucks that he passed away. Again, I really wish this like mental health shit would like people would give a fuck about it, because it's just like, just because a person's laughing don't mean that they happy. Just because a person crying don't mean that they, sad. I know that last one kind of sounds stupid, but I mean, it's real. You could cry tears of happiness, tears of joy. I've never done that. I've never been so happy that I cried over it. I feel like that's just people that feel a lot of emotion. So then when something happens, they're like, okay, shit, get his ass. Oh, okay. I thought they were fighting. But yeah, let me see. Let's read a little bit more. Last spring, Robbins launched a bid campaign to run for the Houston mayor. However, she is now accused of beating her boyfriend, which is caught on camera. Her bond was set for $15,000 and cannot have contact with her boyfriend, cannot possess a firearm, and her concealed carry permit has been suspended. Yeah, so essentially she lost her fucking job also, I'm assuming, because if she's a police officer and she can't carry around a gun, I mean, unless she's on some beat cop writing tickets duty, I don't know. Let's see. On New Year's Eve, police arrived at Williams' home after getting a phone call about domestic violence domestic disturbance in the house. The victim told officers that Williams arrived home early that day. The two got in a heated argument, resulting in Williams punching him in the mouth where he started to bleed. The victim also had video of an incident on August 4th showing the Missouri City police yelling at him from the car. A police officer yelling at him from the car, getting out to beat her with her baton. He apparently broke her phone, which she hit several times, and then hit him several times with a baton in the body and legs while he recorded. So yeah, it's so crazy. I don't know. Because again, you keep hearing these fucking things about police officers. And it's like, at what point are we going to look into like maybe a lot of police officers have like anger issues for whatever reason? Because again, certain careers dictate a person of a certain personality, right? So if you want to be a police officer, you have to be cool with or wanting to tell people what to do. You have to be in the mindset that you're there to, like, you have a protecting sort of mindset. You have to be some sort of, like, you have to at least think of yourself as a courageous person. You have to be willing to kill, because again, I don't know how people get into like the policing field and then they're like, yeah, police is just like, there's only a few bad apples. And it's like, but it's weird how often you hear these stories, and it's weird how many times you see like police overdoing shit. And it's like, maybe the people being called to this position aren't good people. I don't know, bro. Because again, like, there are nice police officers out there, and I guarantee you that there are people out there that's like, I'm not the most confident. I'm not trying to tell people what to do. I'm not trying to do any crazy shit. I just really want to make my neighborhood better. Like, I guarantee there's people like that. But then I feel like the overconfident, dumb fuck police officer that just wants to be aggressive as fuck is going to obviously outrage that nice officer. So then he don't want to say nothing. I don't know. It's just like, it's weird. It's a weird dynamic because, again, I think that the police need to be split up. And what needs to happen is that we bring in outside contractors for each city, where there's literally security agencies that give people out to the city. And if those people fuck up, then it's on them. Like, you really got to be about the shit. Like, if you're a bounty hunter, you can't just constantly have your good. Like, I've seen bounty hunter video. There's this black bounty hunter I was watching, and he had the most non-lethal shit on him, and I think he also did carry a gun, but before he did anything, he would pepper spray. He would shock people. He was big as fuck, so like he could run. Like he was like maybe 250, pushing 250, still outrunning folks that's like 180. I mean, they probably just didn't work out, so he was faster than them. But like, his main shit was like, hey, I'm gonna try to use some hand-to-hand shit and put you on the ground, get you right. Because that's the thing, if he kills somebody in the line of duty, he knows that he's going to go to jail for it. Versus police officers, they have a union and shit. And then it's like, oh, okay, if I kill someone, I'm going to have to go on, like, I'm going to be kind of in the background for a little bit. They're going to, suspend me with pay. I'm going to chill with my family. And then they're going to say I got PTSD. I'm going to have to go to, like, the little thing. They're going to say I'm okay. I'm going to go to trial. They're going to say, nope, you're a police officer. You're part of the union. You're good to go. And they're going to let me back on the street so I can do it all over again. And that's, like, fucked up, because that's just spending taxpayers' money in order to get this piece of shit back out on the streets, versus if people have to be actually like, because if you're a part of law enforcement, you really don't want to go to jail. You really don't want to fucking go to jail, because, or prison, because that shit is probably not going to be super nice. I wonder how that works for police officers. If you go to jail, do you still, because they say you're supposed to go with your race in jail, would people like Nazis, if you're white and you go to like, the skinhead group, would they still be like, okay, you're a cop, but you're white before you're cop? I wonder. I think that's I need to look that up. I need to see if that's a real thing, because I feel like regardless, all those people that are in jail had an interaction with a few police officers, and that's why they're in jail. You know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting thing. But either way, whatever. I just think that there needs to be some changes put in place, and the changes that are right now, it's clearly not working. It's like, you need to take a little bit of protection away from them so that the bad ones can get prosecuted to the fullest extent to the law, and then the good ones can go along and continue doing a good job like they have been doing, rather than beating up their boyfriend and hitting them with batons and shit and being recorded. And why the fuck are we just now hearing about this? Because that's the thing. I was just in there, and she's a dumb fucking idiot. If she's really trying to go out, if she's beating on her boyfriend while being recorded, and then and really thinks she can run for mayor, you must be fucking stupid. In a big town too, in Houston, you must be fucking stupid to think like that's not going to get sent directly to the news crews and to news stations and everything like that and put on Facebook to show people like, because that's the thing. And again, that should also show something to politicians because she's abusing her boyfriend. This ain't even a husband. This is a boyfriend. It's like, just break up with him. So she's cool with, I don't know. Again, other people are cool with doing this shit, but I'm just saying, like, she's cool with beating up on her boyfriend on video, thinks she can get away. That's a sociopath right there. I would not doubt if she was like a sociopath because they say like a lot of sociopaths will engage in high risk behavior because they think they can get away with it. And that's why you have certain folks going to jail constantly and shit, getting caught for the same crime, saying that they can do it. Like last week, the dude that keeps selling fucking beef. This is the 70th time getting arrested for, shoplifting beef. It just can't help it. It's just a tick in them. It's crazy. But either way, hopefully this episode wasn't too bad. But this is another episode of The Daily Opinion. Man, live by the golden rule. Do unto others as you would like to be done unto you. I don't think that's a Bible verse, but if it is, so be it, whatever. But yeah, and be nice to those people around you. And if you love somebody, take time and talk to them and stuff and spend time with them. You never know how much more time you or that other person has. And if you love somebody, let them know about it because you never know. But all right, y'all, I love you. Have a good Friday. Have a great weekend. And you'll see me on Monday.